say something, I'm back. Before we get to it, make sure you like and subscribe, make sure you watch the full video, and always hit the like button, turn your post notification bells on, because you never know when I'm going to upload, and sometimes it may be more than one video a day. You already know that. Let's get right into it though.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Syko Bob's mother being killed and the long list of bloodshed that led up to it.
Damn.
September 14th, 2023. Fort Lauderdale police responded to 30th Ave just before 6:10 p.m. after receiving calls for a shooting. Arriving on scene, a 52-year-old woman lay lifeless inside the driver's seat of a van. She was identified as Dorothy Smart, was more commonly known as Dee Dee, and a now viral video would make its way through the internet claiming someone just emptied the clip on Syko Bob's mom. 29-year-old Cambrell Smart, aka Syko Bob, is a Florida rapper from Broward County, more specifically born in Hollywood, Florida, and raised in Dania Beach. He'd more so be known for his close ties to Florida rapper Kodak Black, and locally known for his criminal lifestyle, as he's been making the news since 2017. As of right now, Syko Bob is locked up in the feds after a 2022 arrest in which he was driving 115 miles per hour on the highway.
Damn,
when his vehicle was pulled over,
Right.
the officer could smell marijuana and clearly see a bag of it in the center console. A search of the vehicle would produce a 9mm FN pistol loaded with 17 rounds. The rapper would eventually be sentenced to 5 years in federal prison for being a felon in possession of a firearm. So not only is he incarcerated, he had to go through the process of a prison chaplain pulling him from his dorm to notify him of not just the death in the family, but the murder of his own mother. With a sense of deja vu, the internet would bring back up a year-old video of an altercation inside of a mall. Two groups can be heard exchanging words when Syko Bob says,
Your mama got put up there, fuck nigga.
It's alleged Syko Bob was arguing with Florida rapper.
That's crazy, bro. Like, you was just basically like clowning or, making fun of somebody else's mama. Now look, that's sad, bro. That's why moms, females and kids, old folks be left out of the situation. Whatever your personal beef is with somebody, leave that between you and that person. Do not involve that's sad, bro.
Trey. Now Trey is from Liberia, a small hood in Hollywood, Florida, neighboring Dania, and the two areas have always held a rivalry towards each other. But the story of how the two rappers' moms got involved is based on a lot of rumors and a lot of death. Back in March of 2021, 39-year-old Misty Hopkins was on the phone with a friend as she approached the door to her salon in Miami Gardens. She was approached by a man in a black hoodie when her friend on the phone heard her say, "Oh, you scared me. Who are you here for?" Misty didn't know he was there for her, and her friend on the phone listened to the gunshots that took her life. Officers arrived on scene, finding her in a pool of blood in the hallway. She was shot several times, and she wasn't robbed, leading investigators to believe she was targeted. Her brutal broad day murder would go unsolved, leaving an open wound in her family as they wondered why.
Miami Gardens police say Misty Hopkins was approaching the salon door when she was confronted and shot to death by a man wearing a black hoodie. Police say she died here in this hallway, but the man fled down the stairs and headed west across Northwest 27th Avenue.
Because of the brutal way she was killed, they say many were too afraid to go to the funeral.
So we just kind of just stayed away.
If a person was that bold to kill her in broad daylight, who's to say you wouldn't come to the funeral?
It's not right. You have to be some kind of devil to even try to shoot her in her face, or just the thought of you just putting the bullet to her face.
The following month, a drive-by triple shooting would send 3 men to the hospital with gunshot wounds, one of the victims being none other than Syko Bob.
A dangerous roadway shooting in broad daylight in Lauderhill. 3 men shot and injured. And late Monday night, Lauderhill investigators confirming one of those victims is local rapper Syko Bob.
We was kind of riding slow, and when I looked him in his eyes, I was like, I know who that is.
We spoke to the Good Samaritans who were driving by right after the gunfire erupted, recognized the rapper, and stopped to help. And according to Lauderhill investigators, someone in a black car started shooting at them while they were driving near State Road 7 and Sunrise Boulevard. The driver of the tan car tried to get away from the gunfire and in the process ended up crashing into other cars.
August 31st, 2021, Misty's son HMT Trey and another rapper named Liberia Sig would drop a song titled FTO or Fuck the Ops. While Trey really didn't send any specific shots, Liberia Sig would jump in saying, "He a dead? What the fuck I look like beefing with the red?" It's believed he was dissing none other than Wiz the Wizard, with rumors ranging from Wiz was sleeping with HMT Trey's baby mother to Wiz played a role in HMT Trey's mother's murder. In another line, Liberia Sig would say, "Chopper knock 'em out his element, them bitches they protected by the president." A diss towards Kodak Black and his associates after Kodak was famously pardoned by President Trump. 17 days after this song was dropped, 24-year-old Wiz the Wizard's body was found by a dog walker in front of an abandoned home.
According to Hallandale Beach Police, a neighbor found the body around 6 a.m. in front of this home on Northwest 6th Terrace and 9th Court. It's unclear at this point if the man was actually killed there or if his body was dumped, but police say he did grow up in the area. Although law enforcement hasn't confirmed who he is, the victim has been identified on social media as rapper Wiz the Wizard, and as people gathered at the scene, some pushed their way under the crime scene tape.
Only 6 days after Wiz was killed, HMT Trey and Syko Bob would face off in the mall, and while much of what was said can't be heard, it's believed Trey was dissing Wiz's recent death, when Syko Bob responded by dissing his dead mother. But this wasn't the only time Syko dissed someone's mom. Only 5 months after the incident at the mall, Syko Bob would respond to a post by Liberia Sig.
"I don't care what a nigga post, you can't top a nigga fucking your mama, boy. That's real. Now, if a nigga fuck your bitch, you gonna wanna beat your bitch ass, ain't it? So go beat your mama ass."
In April of 2020,
if a chick, if a op, somebody you don't like, whatever, smack your chick, cut her off. Obviously, she ain't got no respect for you, none. If she will let somebody you don't like, somebody who's down talking to you, smack her, talk about them guts, cut her off. She has no love, no respect, no remorse. If it come down to it, she might set you up. I will let her go. I will stay far, far away from her. For real. Move to another location and don't let her know where it's at. For real.
2. Miami Gardens police announced the arrest of 27-year-old James Hardwick, charging him with the murder of HMT Trey's mom, Misty Hopkins. It was reported the man was co-conspirators in connection to the murder, meaning he played a role along with others, but no other suspects have been announced or charged in the case. Now, HMT Trey had another associate named 26 CJ. Oddly enough, at one point CJ was also around Wiz and Kodak. In March of 2023, Broward County sheriffs discovered a burning SUV that had been set on fire, and in the back seat was a body investigators later discovered had been repeatedly shot.
Damn.
The burnt, shot body would later be identified as 22-year-old Javion Ross, aka 26 CJ, and as his death was announced, post-morning Wiz the Wizard would make their way to social media, leaving many to assume 26 CJ played a role in Wiz's death. Syko Bob, Wiz, Kodak, and Wiz's cousin Wham Spin the Ben could all be seen in Kodak's song Righteous Reapers, in a video that's now been deleted. Following the death of CJ, Wham would take to Instagram saying played with Wiz and got set on fire, furthering the rumors that CJ had something to do with Wiz's death. With Wiz murdered and his case still unsolved, Wham Spin the Ben has since cut ties with Kodak. CJ's murder remains unsolved, and James Hodwick goes to trial for the murder of HMT Trey's mom in October. HMT Trey and Liberia Sig's associate EBK Hatch took to Instagram with a post saying, "I heard a lady was about 50, got hit up with them switches," while playing Syko Bob's diss song Stepdaddy in the background. The song is a diss towards Liberia Sig, as Syko Bob continues to rap about fucking his op's mom. Syko Bob's earliest release date lands in 2026, followed by supervised release, and at this time, no suspects have been named in the murder of his mother. Now this case is wild and a little bit confusing because there's been videos that have come out speaking on Wiz. That Wiz was trying to snake Kodak, Wiz was trying to snake Syko Bob, 26 CJ was cool with these guys, Annie was cool with these guys, and then when someone died, the other guys posted CJ. It seems like a lot of backdoor shit going on in this situation. But for mothers,
that's why I always tell you, bro, you do not, bro, it is a major difference between your homies and your friends. Friends become family after a while. Homies remain homies or sadly become ops.
To be involved, it's like the ultimate disrespect. And I feel for Syko Bob as much as I can. You know, I'm not in his position, but thinking how hard it would be to be in his position, he just started his 5-year sentence. He just found out his mother got killed. His family is defenseless without him. Obviously, he never made that much money from rapping. His biggest features were Kodak, and that was more so because he's cool with Kodak. But it doesn't seem like he never really financially took off in the rap game, as his mother was still living in the hood in a single bedroom house. Whatever money Syko Bob most likely had was most likely lost within this case. I'm actually pretty sure I read in his federal paperwork that he had a fucking federal public defender. I don't know what's up with that situation. I just can't imagine being in prison and feeling that my family is under attack.
Man,
and I'm locked in here and I can't do shit about it. Now, a lot of people were trying to say it's karma because he dissed the other dude in the mall saying his mother got put up there. But then again, that happened just days after Wiz was killed. If the other dude is dissing Wiz to his face, he's gonna say something back and he did the I'm gonna do one better. Yeah, you dissing him? Well, I'm dissing her. And I mean, I'm not condoning it on either end. But it isn't as simple as, oh, he just dissed someone's mom and this is karma for what happened back then. Either way,
that still ain't no karma. Nobody.
Mothers, sisters, kids, aunts, none of that should even be on the table. None of that should be in the equation. And it's crazy that down there, nobody's getting spared. Let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comments section.
That's sad though. Condolences to the people that was lost in this video. Catch the next one.